We got a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2 news to talk about, including massive games making their way over the system, an announcement that has left the internet into a spiral, and also big new Nintendo Switch 2 consoles coming on later this year, and so much more. Let's get straight into the video. So starting everything off, taking a look at this right here, Kingdom Hearts 4 launches late 2027, and there's going to be an anime that is going to be releasing on Disney+. So this is definitely really interesting that Disney-themed Kingdom Hearts game is going to begin the 4th version late 2027. So I guess that is a game that you might be really excited for. It seems like it is going to be launching on Nintendo Switch 2, the Xbox, PS5, and all those consoles. So overall, that is definitely really awesome. It turns out that Pokémon Bank is going to be shutting down 2027. This is going to be February 25th of 2027, which is definitely really disappointing because honestly, you should be able to carry your Pokemon from whichever way you want. Does it come from the original game? Well, there was originally a method to do that, and it still works to this day. If you have a Game Boy, well then you can transfer it over to the GameCube and then transfer it over again. There was pretty much a complex way to do it, but hey, at least it was there. So now that they're shutting this down, you might believe that maybe they're onto something. Maybe we are going to be seeing every single game possible once again. So then you can transfer Pokemon from every generation. Because you have to remember that if they shut that down, some Pokemon are going to be lost to time. Moving on over to this right here, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave actually receives great reviews. So if you don't know, there's been a recent play test that allowed a lot of different content creators to test the game or game reviewers to test the game. And it seems to be really good in that regard because it seems like you're going to have 4 different stories in one story. So the stories are going to be massive. It seems like it's about like 10 hours each story, whichever way you go. So overall, it's also seeming to be the best Fire Emblem game. I've never played a Fire Emblem game, but this is definitely really interesting. Here's another thing that we definitely have to take a look at. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be receiving 2 brand new systems this year. First off, one of them being for late or autumn, it's going to be the Nintendo Switch 2 for Europe with the replaceable battery. And we're also going to be seeing the Legend of Zelda 40th anniversary Nintendo Switch 2. If you were going to take a look at it, we have a pretty reliable leaker that has just leaked this. He's the same one that leaked Ocarina of Time before Nate the Hate got his hands on it. And he also went on to say that we are going to be getting a Pro Controller and a Switch 2. It turns out that has become true. There's been another leaked image that seems to be the Pro Controller and the Switch 2 for Zelda's 40th anniversary. Before you say that doesn't make sense, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Nintendo Switch OLED had the same thing happen to it, so it's definitely really cool. Special Nick also goes on to say that we are going to be seeing Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald ports later this year. I definitely think that September or October is definitely the perfect time, because after all, it makes the most sense. Every single year we have brand new Pokemon game, at least at the end of the year, but this year, something different is happening. So obviously Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald definitely makes sense for that way. It turns out that Super Mario Sunshine is now available on Nintendo Classics and Nintendo Music. So if you're interested in Super Mario Sunshine and you don't have the 3D All-Stars bundle, well, this is the perfect opportunity for you to get into playing this game. We also have some more confirmation that Warner Bros. Confirms that Hogwarts Legacy 2 is in development. So if you're a big fan of Hogwarts Legacy, which honestly, I thought that game was fantastic, you are going to be able to play Hogwarts Legacy 2 sometime in the future. Moving on over to Pokemon Pokopia. Now this game, as you know from a few months ago, it's been all the crave, but well, we just got some more information that this game has sold over 5 million copies worldwide. That is honestly pretty crazy for a spin-off Pokemon game that you just thought, well, this is a rip-off of Animal Crossing, this is a rip-off of that. Nope, it seems like it's got 5 million sales. Overall, I definitely think that's awesome. Krispy Kreme has brand new donuts. I thought that I should take a look at that because, hey, it's Pokemon. You got the Pokeball, the Pikachu, the Bulbasaur. That one looks cool. You have the Jigglypuff, and you even have a Squirtle and a Charmander. These are all going to be available at Krispy Kreme if you want to pick that up, celebrating 30 years of Pokemon. I honestly want to see some Pokemon donuts because these look absolutely insane. The Pikachu is a lemon flavored one. The Pokeball is just your typical vanilla one. Seems like the vanilla one for all the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle and everything else. Yep, besides those. Overall, definitely really fantastic to see Krispy Kreme doing some Pokemon things. Overall, what are your thoughts on all of this? Do you think that this is great or not great at all? I just want to say sorry for being away for about a month. Don't worry, back on track for ultimate Nintendo news. Quick and speedy, yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Consider that like button, maybe subscribing if you're new. Stay all up to date with everything Nintendo, and see you in the next one.